talk about the function of light, what it does, right? And there's 5 basic types of lighting that you need to know about for a typical home that you're going to be designing. Honestly, lighting, like we've talked about before, is the most powerful tool you have at your disposal to control the experience of the space. Slam that thing all the way up to the top and it's super bright in the room, you're probably cleaning or performing a task. Ooh, pull that dimmer down and kind of get it really soft candlelighty. You're changing the experience of that space to something a little different than maybe cleaning or performing a task. So there's 5 basic functional types of lighting we need to understand, because each one of them may be engaged in literally every space you work on in different ways. All right, there's a big document down below in resources that goes into this a lot in detail, but let's just talk about the 5 different types. The number one is ambient, and that's the most generalized of the functional types of lighting. All right, so that's in the ceiling typically, and it's what you use to just light up a space in general and uniformly, guys. Okay, so if I have ambient lighting, you can see in this picture, it's the recessed cans and it just lights it up super well, and there's no kind of hot spots. Everything can kind of be seen. That's what's called your general or ambient lighting. These are often recessed into ceilings or at least attached to ceilings, and they have the ability to completely light every corner, all right? Now, without fail, ambient light fixtures, always on dimmers. You can hear me say that a lot. Okay, second type of lighting that we refer to a lot is what's called task lighting. All right, so as the name implies, right, it's a directed light source that goes directly onto a work surface or a specific area where tasks are being completed. So kitchens, bathroom vanities, because there the light is going directly at your face, offices, work surfaces, garages also often have task lighting. It can be ceiling lights that are highly focused, or it can be more localized lighting, like a desk lamp, or perhaps you've got under cabinet lighting in a kitchen. That's fine too. Those are all task lights because that is actually lighting your countertop surface, or island lights shining down onto your kitchen island because you're chopping on that island. So task surfaces need to be lit with task lights. Be sure to match when you're selecting your task lighting. Be sure to match your Kelvin range for that space. So if your ambient lights in the ceiling are 3000, you want to make sure that your under cabinet lights or your desk light is also 3000. Again, dimmers. Number 3 is what we call decorative lighting. And think of decorative lighting as anything that's installed that you see. Okay, so it's the pendant over your kitchen island, it's the chandelier in your dining room, the entry hallway pendant. These are all fixtures that hang in space and they are decorative. Sometimes they contribute to the overall lighting of the space, but typically they're more focused on lighting the area immediately around them and under them. So you will need to include ambient lighting in your ceiling as well as when you're doing decorative light, especially in rooms that you perform tasks in. Okay, so the other important aspect of decorative lighting is they're kind of jewelry, right? They're certainly part of your design composition. So you want to ensure that the fixtures that you actually select are the appropriate scale, they express your design style statement, they're, matching materials or finishes to another part of the space. There's several on this, several items that you want to make sure that you're considering, and we'll talk more about that in a moment, but they have a visual contribution to your design style. So you want to make sure you're getting them right. And if you guys are one of those guys where you're absolutely about to attack a kitchen or do something significant like a kitchen or a bathroom with your home, maybe add in a small addition, change out some windows, renovate in any way, you absolutely need to check out the Designer Method. This is my new program for anyone who's doing any kind of significant either construction or renovation to their homes. I take you from soup to nuts. There's a link down below that'll give you more information on it. So check out the link down below. It's definitely in the description, but it's also right here, and I hope I see you there. Now, number 4 is what we call accent lighting. Accent lighting is the type of lighting where often you do not see the lighting fixture itself, but what you see is where the light is directing your eye to go to. So for instance, if you have a large piece of artwork on a wall and you want to install a light in the ceiling that impacts and focuses that light on that area, that would be considered an accent light, okay? You can also get an accent light that is just a little picture frame accent light that goes there. Or as you see here, it's LED strip lighting behind shelves or underneath shelves. That's fine. Glass-faced kitchen cabinets. Even on the floor as an uplight in a dark corner. That can be an accent light as well. It's a super versatile category that helps you kind of sculpt the experience of the space because it's directing your eye to certain focal points. All right. Now, the last category seems like it relates to accent, but it's what we call specialty lighting, okay? It's about directing the eye, but it can also be used as like wayfinding. So alerting you to the edge of something, like a flooring change, underneath a stair. Specialty lighting can be motion detectors, often found outside, patio, landscape, entry lighting, or how about the lighting over your address label, or your address sign. That's considered a specialty light as well. Now it can look like the rest of your outdoor lighting, but you want to make sure that it shines down and onto those numbers so someone can read them in the dark. Okay, so 5 different categories, and you're going to be working mostly with all of them depending upon the space. So taking action on this is you're going to do an analysis of your existing space and how many fixtures that you have in each of the 5 categories by space. Also, take a look at areas that might end up being dark and would perhaps benefit by you adding something lighting-wise to create a better experience of the space. Ooh, good thing to think about, entryways. They are often underlit, and you want to be able to have some nice light in that entryway because someone may be transitioning into your home at night, and if you don't have enough good ambient light as well as maybe a pretty decorative pendant, it's a problem because they're negotiating a space they can't see and they don't know. So this exercise that you're going to do is helping you understand where you'll want the different types of lighting for your new space, where you'll need to add, and what kind of light you need to get for the space that you want for your home.